Okay, this is our trip to Beijing, China, and we decided to go to the Forbidden City because, of course, you're supposed to go see the Forbidden City, right? Yeah, maybe not. It might be called the Forbidden City for a reason. So this is a lesson to not ignore names. There's something in a name, and you need to pay attention. Believe me, if there was ever a time in my life that I wanted to turn around and run the other way and not get on the train, it was this moment. I was not looking forward to trying to get on this train at all. Okay, we have to try to get onto this crowded train. Those aren't getting off. These people are getting off. Maybe we can get on this one. We have to squeeze on. It's scary. That's a lot of people. Uh-oh. Wow, squeezing. Lots of people. This is a lot of people. Woo. I am seriously so claustrophobic. This was frightening for me. So this is just getting out of the train station. I don't even know what everybody's waiting for, but there's 1,000 people. What are they? Are they waiting to get into the square? Oh, now we know why there's all the metal lines, metal bars to zigzag, because going anywhere is a serious crowd. Seriously, I don't even know where they're going. That is way too many people. Where are they going? Where are they going, Yari?
I have no idea.
When we got out of the train station, we couldn't figure out anything. There was people everywhere. How come it doesn't have a picture of that, which is what we want? It was very intimidating. There were security guards everywhere. Okay, so we have no idea how to get across the street. But if you could see, as far as the eyes can see, there's lines both directions, and it seems impossible to get there. It seems silly to try to get there on a Saturday. I think we're giving up. I am claustrophobic and I do not like crowds, and this isn't even a national holiday. So I think we're gonna just give up. There's all these people piling out of the train station. I don't know what that building is, but there are like thousands of people. We don't like it. Too crowded.
Oh, there must be a way to go under the road there.
You think?
Let's see. Obviously there's no crossing here. Over the street.
So close yet so far. Yari figured out a way for us to get to across the street to get to the Forbidden City. Okay, we made it through a huge line for security. FYI, do not bring bags, and make sure you close your umbrella. If you have bags, you have to go through special security. I am not sure if this video shows just how crowded it was in Beijing, China in July, and how frustrating and hot and just completely annoying and freaky, at points even scary when you see those guys, and frustrating. And the weirdest thing is, we didn't want to be there, but we've already invested so much time already this day. We had to at least try to figure out if we could see the Forbidden City. I don't even know what this says, but I'm sure it must say something about the Forbidden City, or that there's a palace museum in there, or something. But we're glad we're closer. Well, you'd think that we're almost there inside, but we're not, and so we thought we'd make the most of it by getting some selfies outside here so we could show that we actually were here after all these hours of hot, tired, frustrating, grumpy, grouchy mess. Yeah, that's the best picture we can get. But honest to God, this gave me an idea of what it must have felt for anyone that's ever been like tricked into being a prisoner and forced in massive lines and stuffed on trains and delivered to destinations that they didn't even know they were going to. That's exactly what this felt like, and we kind of thought we knew where we were going, but there were security guards everywhere. You could not cut in lines. They were so strict. It was crazy. And you couldn't go the opposite way of a line, so you almost couldn't even give up if you wanted to. And oh my gosh, seeing how stressful and how freaky this was at the beginning, you might understand a little bit more at the end when you see how we had to try to literally force our way out of this place and escape. Seriously crazy. Eyes with
特通过网络预订门票等措施，现场购票需出示每位观众的身份证或护照。
Hi, Yari.
或二代身份证。
How long have we been here so far?
公安部门出具的身份证明进行登记后购票，请您提前做好准备。实施细则请登录各端国务院官方网站、
Almost there.
微信及各端国现场购票。 提倡预订门票等措施。On June 13, 2015, to limit the daily number of visitors to 80,000, so as to safeguard the dignity of the Forbidden City as a World Heritage Site, ensure safety of the ancient architecture, cultural relics, and visitors, and improve the visitors' experience and comfort during their stay in the museum.
We got our tickets. Whew. We have our ticket. 2 people on 1 ticket. They save paper. That's good. Oh, that's the back of it. There you go. All right, cool. Well, lucky us. We got tickets after all that time. And about an hour later, they sold out. It's the 3rd line to get to. We have tickets now, finally, at least. We made it, Yari. Yeah. That was a lot of work to get through here. Woo!
Oh, we need to still go through that one here.
Oh yeah, we haven't even gotten through to the palace yet. We're closer. We're closer. Okay, let's try. All those people had to go somewhere. I don't know why we thought we'd find less people. We didn't even get to the palace yet.
We have no idea where the exit is.
Yeah, but we still have to go to get to that really busy area back there. Yep, we have to. I don't know where everybody's going. I don't know how you get out of here. Pretty scary thought now that we got ourselves 2 hours into this. Well, here's another area. It just keeps going and going with more sections, but not really seeing much of anything, just lots of people. Too many people. Okay, so here are some photos. I don't even know what anything was. And going through these videos and these photos actually brings me back to the panic mode that I felt when we were in the Forbidden City. Seriously, maybe I sound like a wimp, but my claustrophobia kicked in like you would not believe. There was this panicky feeling, and I think even Yari felt it, and he's not claustrophobic. But it was freaky, scary, creepy, not knowing where an exit was. All the signs were wrong, or we were not understanding them correctly, or maybe we were so hot we were dehydrated and totally losing our minds or something. It was scary. It felt like you're in a maze. It was frustrating. It was so long, hours and hours of walking. We didn't even get to the end, and we would try to get to the exit and be directed in one direction and walk an hour to find out it's not an exit. It might be a shop, or it might be someplace that we just didn't understand. And we just wanted to get out where we went in because it I can't even express into words how scary and terrified and desperate we felt to be squashed in there with nobody that spoke English and without being able to get water or food. We couldn't find a bathroom. We couldn't find anything. It's just people everywhere, signs that seemed reasonable, but they were either too hard for us in our state of mind to understand, or they were deliberately misleading, or something. I don't know. The whole thing was a horrifying experience for us, at least in my opinion. I didn't ask Gary before I put this video together, but I know one thing. We would never, ever go through the Forbidden City ever again, no matter how much money you would pay us. Here are some of the wonderful, useless, horrible, confusing, wrong signs that you would ever see, ever. And we recommend if you ever do want to try this terrifying experience, make sure that you hire a tour guide. It would be worth the money, no matter what you pay. We found a spot walking against the crowd, trying to get the hell out of here, because it's a lot of this, a lot of nothing, and crowds being pushed around. So this is the most peaceful that we found right here, and we are trying to get the hell out of here. This was not worth coming. I'm telling you the truth. We tried asking security guards, anybody around, where an exit was. They would direct us in the wrong direction. And then finally, out of desperation, I just decided to push through where the entrance was, because we luckily found the entrance. And the police were screaming at me, telling me no. And then I just told them I had to throw up and was making throw up signs. What's that over there, Yari?
Tiananmen Square.
And we are not going there. Tiananmen Square is too much people. We've already fought through a few hours of too many people over here and almost couldn't get out. I had to scream and yell and do the throw up sign to get out through several security guards. They were yelling back and they wanted us to go the long way, and I do not know where the exit is, and it was way too long. You probably think I'm joking, but I seriously at one point thought I was going to be shot, but luckily they let me go by. Maybe they were afraid I was going to throw up on their shoes, because I did the throw up right at their feet, like I was not going to be able to hold it back anymore. And they finally, and I did that while running and just passing them, so thankfully they didn't shoot me dead, because Yari was following me, poor guy.